the weekend, meaning it's Kenn TV online sessions. This episode is extra special because for the past weeks, nakauban nato ang mga representatives for the first ever Miss Universe Philippines. This time, we will be having a beauty queen naman na mag-represent sa ato diri sa Davao region para sa Binibining Pilipinas competition. So guys, let's welcome ang Binibini from Padada, Miss Justine Felizarta. Hi, Miss Just!
Hi! Maayong
Thank you very much. Salamat kaayo sa opportunity, Miss Just. I know you're very busy preparing para sa Binibining Pilipinas. I know you're having your mentoring sessions with your mentor. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Kumusta ba? Kumusta po ba si Miss Justine during this whole quarantine season?
Hello guys! Maayong hapon. Thank you, Kenneth, for having me here then. I'm very happy and excited to be talking to you and sharing with you what's happening right now. Pero right now, I'm doing okay, better than previous months kasi parang na-adjust na din. Having gone through the protocols, what we've been going through, and just staying connected talaga with my friends and family.
Okay. So speaking of that, Miss Just, tawid muna tayo sa aking question na speaking of that, adjusting to the new protocols and then guidelines and you're away from your family during this whole pandemic. So ikaw ba, how do you handle naman yung tinatawag nating emotional stress brought by this pandemic? Kasi I mean, each of us have really gone through different versions or stages or phases of depression brought by this pandemic. So on your end, how do you handle it and how are you coping now?
Kasi for me, I'm the type of person na I'm very in touch with my emotion. So things really affect me easily. Pero I'm used to parang growing up, I was always independent. So the fact that I had to isolate from my family, it was okay at first. Na parang, okay, I think I can get used to it. I think I'll be okay as long as I keep in touch with my family. Pero parang the more months that went by, I was realizing na talaga, oh my gosh, this is not just a 1 month or 2 month thing, na I really have to learn how to adjust. So for me, how I was coping emotionally is I always have a close group of friends that I can really share and open up to. Kasi, it's hard to open up to just anybody, especially now. Because of course, like what you said, everyone is going through depression or anxiety and we can't blame them, diba? We didn't prepare for this type of situation, to be isolated, to lose jobs, or just the plans that we had, parang na-set back. So for me, it's really having a close group of friends na walang judgment na, because I know they're going through it too, and we really try to help each other out. Tapos my family's in Canada right now, so they're also parang, we try to call each other even though mahirap yung time difference kasi 15 hours ahead tayo.
OMG.
So I know, as much as possible, gigising sila or I'll call them right before they sleep. And then parang to keep it normal, we're just talking about how their day is, how my day is. Pero there's also days where I need to step back. I'll have a couple of days where I'm just gonna reset, no social media. I parang just to meditate, to really think about what's happening, what I want, how I want to grow out of this, and how I can spread positivity pa din. But it's also taking time for yourself, self-care. That's what I really learned then. You don't have to be positive or happy all the time kasi everyone is going through it and I think makaka-relate pa kung you're honest with it. So, ganon. I always switch back and forth pero I think it's helped me mentally and physically then and emotionally, of course, by doing that.
Correct. You need to really prioritize yourself and then at the same time be surrounded with your real friends, with your true friends, and with your family. Speaking of family, you mentioned na you're very close with your family. So can you share, balik tayo dun sa pagiging younger Justine or si Bulilit Justine. So can you share kung ano ba yung pinakaunang toy that you have and then if you can still remember the story behind that toy?
Pinakauna, actually when I was younger, we always collected yung mga, ano ba yun, di ba sa Happy Meal, merong mga toy?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, yung mga toy, mga collectibles na mga Snoopy. Tapos parang they'll come out with 10 at once. And then my parents, because we were so young, parang we always collected it. And then we had a full shelf sa bahay dito sa Philippines. Tapos, when we moved abroad, I was 6 years old, so super bata pa ako. So I had all my toys. Tapos, of course, when you're moving abroad, parang that's the last priority, diba? So, parang I think binigay na namin, either sa mga cousins ko, or we just gave it out to like mga orphans as well, or like a shelter that will really benefit from them. So, when we went there, I had no toys at all. So, my first recollection talaga of having a toy was during the first Christmas. And I mentioned this during like my introduction with Binibini, yung balikbayan box video ko, wow. Na yung first toy ko talaga is a stuffed animal from a local church. Yung mga nuns, binigay sa amin. Kasi parang they knew na we were just starting off, na parang we didn't have the means or we weren't living as comfortable as we were in the Philippines. So parang gifts weren't expected and we didn't expect our parents to give us gifts kasi parang they're already having a hard time trying to provide food for our table. So parang because they're Filipino nuns then, and Filipinos naman, it's very community, like when they find out that somebody else is here, they'll help out. So they went to our house talaga and they showed up with a lot of toys. And that's the first story like. Kasi gusto ko talaga yung mga manika, yung mga stuffed toy na hinahag. So yun, first stuffed toy ko siya. And I never threw it kasi it holds so many memories. Na parang, oh my God, ang simple natin before na walang kaartehan.
Correct.
Now, and that really just like parang grounds me every time I think of the things I have now, na parang I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those people, if it wasn't for my parents, if it wasn't for those beginnings.
Exactly. Yeah. So, before living abroad, you experienced living sa bukid, doon sa Padada, or sa Padada, Davao del Sur. And like,
yes,
especially our situation now, di ba, na parang we are locked down in the city, na we have very limited source of food, of fresh air, parang we are boxed out lang sa ating mga condos or sa ating mga bahay. Yeah. So, many people are saying na life, bukid is lifer na daw, meaning mas masarap ang buhay sa bukid. So, ikaw, bilang may experience ka, kumbaga na you grow up in a bukid setting, you grew up in a bukid, you enjoyed your bukid life. Why people can really say na bukid is lifer?
Bukid is life kasi it gives us energy talaga. No, kasi like I'm actually a city girl. I was I was born in Olongapo, pero my mom is the one from Padada. So that's why we always travel there kasi my mom's family is there and we always spend Christmases or mga big holidays or just to visit kasi malapit lang naman. So the difference in lifestyle talaga, like when you're in the city, puro buildings, puro traffic, diba? Tapos parang you're consumed with so many little distractions that time passes by so fast. Pero when you're in the province, you have so much freedom. Tapos parang everyone there is it's a community, it's so supportive. Parang you go to your next door neighbor, alam ka na. You know, you can borrow sugar from them, you can share fruits with them, kung ano-ano na. Yung parang you wanna play outside na walang parang hindi siya nakakatakot or nakaka-intimidate. Kasi everyone is just like family. So when you're in bukid pala, you appreciate life even more. Kasi parang wow, even though it's so simple that it's not, it's not what we dream of, like it's something that gives us life and it gives us meaning then. Kasi we're able to open up our mind, we're able to connect with nature na parang it helps you step back from what's happening right now. Especially in the pandemic, we really realize how much we love going outside and how much we need the air to breathe. Kasi nakaka-suffocate din when you're in confined walls na parang, oh my God, I need just to be outside and breathe fresh air and see greenery is enough.
Correct. So let's go to the bukid and let's live the bukid once in a while. So kanina, while listening to Miss Justine, in all fairness, na mesmerize ko because it's like I am listening to Nicole/Catriona. Na, like the accent, the choice of words. So, speaking of Catriona and Nicole, Miss Justine, how does it feel having Kat and Nicole as your mentors for Binibining Pilipinas this year?
Oh my God! When we found out that they were gonna train us, sabi ko talaga, we're gonna be screen to screen with them like we're friends. Yung parang gano'n, na parang
Yes.
nakakakilig. Although I do know Nicole personally, kasi when I was training for 2015, the first time I joined, she was parang training with us for her 2016 pageant. So from there, we really got close there. So I know her, pero I've never met Kat. So when I found out and of course, Kat is one of my biggest idols in pageantry because of what she's accomplished, what she's changed in the game, and how she did it talaga. So when we had our first session, it was a private session now just to get to know us. Na parang, hi Kat, just to hear them say our name. Na parang, oh my God. Diba?
Correct.
Na parang don't worry about being perfect. You're not being judged. We just want to know you for you. You don't have to worry about other people worrying about what you're saying, how perfect you look right now. They actually preferred us to wear no makeup or very little makeup. Kasi they don't want us to parang overthink or think na this is part of the judging, na it's gonna take away from our personality. Kasi right now, it's all about personality, how you talk to people, how you communicate, and that's how they got to where they are. So they're really teaching us a lot, and grabe, kasi I think they're changing the game in the pageant scene. You know, na parang they want you to be authentic, they want you to be vulnerable, they want you to share your story even though you feel like it might be too heavy or it might not be relatable, because they're always reminding us that your story is unique, and no matter what you're going through, someone out there will be able to relate to you, and that's what we're doing pageants for, diba?
Yes. So in a way, Miss Justine, you experienced the two versions of mentoring a beauty queen. Like, syempre, before this whole pandemic, you experienced the face-to-face mentoring or preparations for Binibining Pilipinas or for a pageant. And then there goes now, you have your virtual mentoring, face-to-face pa rin siya, pero hindi na siya in person. Kumbaga, nasa virtual world na kayo nagme-mentoring. So how different yung mentoring now sa mentoring noon? And ikaw personally, what do you prefer? Yung old way of mentoring or yung new version or yung new normal way of mentoring?
I think before, they're pretty similar because you're talking to the same people, and like the only thing pretty much hindering you from showing who you really are is a screen, diba? And like I think some people actually prefer to be online or technology just because they're more comfortable that way. But like when you're seeing them real life, parang you're sharing the energy with your co-candidates, with the mentors, na parang nakaka-push pa more. Yeah. But when you're doing, now that everything is online, you're also more creative. Kasi when they tell you to do this assignment, you have the power to really know how you look like, how you're gonna edit your videos, what you want to cut, what you want them to know, without the fear of doing everything in one take. So parang that's an advantage right now when we're doing the mentorship online, and they're really giving us critique one by one. Whereas kung mag face-to-face kami, there's that slight chance na not everyone will get the same attention because, there's a lot of girls. And let's face it, parang we have a time limit then. Na parang, and some girls parang nahiya pa rin na, can I ask a question? Or yung mga simple things na ganon. Pero when you're doing it online, you have that luxury to ask them personally, and they will actually feedback individual videos. Yung mga videos na sinubmit namin, they actually took the time. They told us they took 5 hours just to simplify and go through every video and give us our personal comments. That's how much they value our work. That's how much they want to mentor and change us as well.
Correct. So it's parang mas naging intimate siya at the same time. The candidates or the girls can parang open more, mas more confident kayo in sharing your thoughts and if you have questions. Kasi parang personal din masyado yung pagme-mentor ng mga mentors ninyo sa inyo for the pageant. So, Ms. Justine, speaking of Binibining Pilipinas, kumusta naman yung iyong preparation and how ready are you for the coronation na hopefully, very, very, very soon na din siyang maganap?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they're gonna tell us something. Pero feeling ko talaga I'm very ready now because I've been preparing since last year, you know.
Okay.
And I think the pandemic gives you different lessons other than learning like walking, technical
Correct.
Q&A. Parang this time, you're learning more about who you are and how you can handle certain situations, especially when you're isolated from friends or family. So yung preparation ko na is really self-care. And not in terms of vanity na my hair, my makeup, ganon, pero mentally, because you really need to have mental fortitude when you're dealing with things online because everything can get so overwhelming. Aside from the news that's happening, you have to figure out how you're gonna brand yourself, what you want, what message you want to show people to spread positivity, yung mga ganon. So I think a lot of my preparation right now is internally. And then because I know that once I figure out or attain that confidence inside of me and that mental fortitude, it's gonna come out talaga and it's gonna be so much stronger when you're on stage. Kasi you can
Correct.
train for walking, you can train for beauty, but it's really hard to think without, you know, judgment or like to not care about what other people say. Like you really have to do self-affirmations, mga meditation. And ako talaga, I overthink a lot. So that's one of the things that I really needed to work on. Pero so
Correct.
far, I'm liking it because I'm surrounded with so many good friends and family that also shared the same energy na parang, okay, they can do this, kaya ko din to.
Correct. You really have to love yourself, nurture yourself, and appreciate your friends and your family because mas sa kanila tayo nakakakuha ng real support that we need in this very challenging time. So, Miss Justine, how can we support you din naman dito sa Davao region sa iyong laban para sa Binibining Pilipinas? The
Yes.
coronation.
Yeah, like thank you for supporting me, like even through these small like interviews or like yung mga gatherings like online, of course. Pero I really appreciate that you're taking the time to even get to know me, to know what's happening in my journey. And of course, social media. If you guys can follow me on Facebook and Instagram and follow my journey there. But everything that you've done and everyone who supported, I'm super grateful and thankful for already.
Yes, good luck, Miss Justine. And we are praying for your success sa Binibining Pilipinas because I think more than really having that crown, all the learnings that you gained sa whole journey and process ninyo dito sa Binibining Pilipinas this year is very different siya than the usual. But I know and I think and I believe mas naging meaningful yung naging journey ninyo sa Binibining Pilipinas this year because of this whole pandemic thing. So good luck and we will pray for your success sa Binibining Pilipinas.
Yes. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys are doing well. And stay safe palagi. And try to stay as connected with your friends and family.
Correct. Thank you very much, Miss Justine. And guys, don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, that's Kenn TV, and on YouTube, Kenn TV. You can watch this video over and over and over again on our YouTube channel, Kenn TV. Thank you very much. Nurture yourself, know your purpose, live your purpose, and just love, love, love. See you next time. Thank you, Miss Justine.
Bye. Ingat.